Today we are going to make clay gingerbread houses. Today we're going to build them, then I will put them in the kiln and fire them, and then we will paint them just the white. So the gingerbread houses are like a brown cookie. So we're adding all those details, the candy, all that good stuff. Now, to begin with, you guys are just going to watch for a second. To begin with, you guys all have a rectangle. That rectangle is a little bit taller than wide. You can decide which way, if you want your roof to go on this way, or if you wanted a short, fat house. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of slip at the top edge, and I'm going to scratch the top of my house. Then it's very important that I scratch the bottom part. Not on the top, just on the bottom. Put some of that slip on there. And I'm going to gently push my house, the roof, onto my house. After I've done that, that's where I can start building my house. And I'm going to give your tables strips. And you can use these strips to cut out. I really need your voices off. I can use those. And again, anytime I need you to watch the screen, anytime I want to add something, I've got to lightly scratch. Now these needle tools are sharp. They're for clay. So they're fine if we want to use them on clay. So maybe I want a window. So I'm going to slip and score and put a window on. You can use, I'm also going to make some little shutters. And you can think about what's on your gingerbread house. What kind of candies do I want to decorate? And again, I'm going to slip and score my windows on. Very lightly, I'm going to make the plus sign in my window. Very lightly, I'm going to draw the little lines. Because what happens if I push too hard? It'll break. Here's what's fun now. I can start to make the little tiny details. And your needle tool is just like a knife in cutting the clay. I can slip and score a little window on my door. You can roll a little doorknob. Slip and score that doorknob on. You can roll a snake, and a snake is great. You can put the clay right on the table, but you can't squish it on the table. If you squish it, it will stick. That's what your cloth is for. Everybody has a cloth to work on. I'm going to make some frosting. So I scored a little line, and then I can put my frosting on my house, and I can use my needle tool to cut off that extra frosting. Maybe I want to make some gumdrops. And you've got to really make sure you score, especially if it's a circle. Add those gumdrops, and I can squish those on there. Gumdrops or M&Ms. You want to have a lot of decorations on your house. So I'm going to roll tiny little ball for my designs. And look, on my example, you could do a little candy cane. To make that candy cane, you'd roll a little snake. Let's make one really quickly. Let me finish my little gumballs here up at the top. So I'm going to roll a little snake. And what happens to clay, the more you use clay, it gets dry. My hands are like a sponge. My hands suck all the moisture out of the clay. So if you notice, I put just a little bit of slip, and slip is clay and water. So once I've done that, I can bend it, and I can make a little candy cane to put on my house. Maybe you want to put another candy cane. Maybe you want to put a candy cane at the top of your house. There are all sorts of things that you can add to your house. I'll cut out some stars, but this is your time to create using cutout pieces or rolling pieces.